let's explore a question that really sits at the heart of what it means to be human. What's the real architecture of inner stillness?
I mean, where does that deep, unshakable sense of peace actually come from? Something we're all looking for, but how often do we really stop and ask where its true source is?
Is it something we have to achieve? Like, is it a prize we get at the end of a long, hard struggle? A reward for finally getting everything just right in our lives? The perfect job, perfect health, the perfect relationship?
Or could it be something else entirely? Not a destination we have to reach, but maybe a quality that's already there, just waiting to be uncovered. Kind of like finding solid ground right underneath shifting sand.
And this is the paradox that so many of us are living with, right? We can have all the signs of a successful life, comfort, progress, all the achievements, and yet there's still this undercurrent of restlessness that just won't go away. That feeling that something's not quite settled.
So this leads us down the path of what we could call the unsettled search. Let's take a look at why our constant efforts to find calm so often seem to fall short.
We usually look for peace on the outside. We think, okay, if I can just get a better routine, if I can just fix this relationship, if I can just guarantee a better outcome for this project, then I'll finally feel at peace. And you know what? For a little while, it often does work. A great vacation, a project that goes well, a wonderful night with someone you love, those things absolutely bring a sense of peace. But it's temporary, isn't it? The calm depends on the circumstances, and as soon as those circumstances change, it just fades away.
Which just brings us right back to that fundamental question. After all that work, after all those temporary fixes, why does something deep down inside still feel so unsettled?
Well, to answer that, we might need a pretty radical shift in how we're looking at things. And for this, we can turn to a very ancient idea about where peace really comes from.
You see, early philosophical traditions in India, especially in texts like the Upanishads, they proposed a completely different model. And honestly, it's an idea that pretty much turns our entire search for peace on its head. And here's the crucial point. Peace isn't something you create, it's something you reveal. The whole idea is that peace is our default setting, our fundamental nature, just waiting to be uncovered once we clear away everything that's hiding it. This takes us to the concept of a self beyond the story. It's really about trying to understand the nature of awareness itself. That part of you that exists deeper than your personality or your life story. And this brings us to a concept called Atman. Now, don't think of this as your personality or your ego. Think of it as the silent, observing presence behind all of that. It's just pure awareness. And these philosophies, they go even one step further. They suggest that this deep self, this Atman, isn't separate from everything else. It's seen as being one with Brahman, the underlying, unified fabric of all existence. So, from this point of view, peace is just what remains when the illusion of being a separate, isolated self starts to fall away. You don't have to import it from the outside, it's simply what's left when all that inner conflict stops. Okay, so if peace is our natural state, what's messing it up? Well, this gets us to the importance of letting go of outcomes, because that attachment is often the main source of all our inner disturbance.
And here's where you can really see the key difference. A sense of peace that's rooted in having things a certain way, well, it's fragile. It totally depends on outcomes we can't control. But a peace that's rooted in being, in that core awareness, that's stable. It's independent of all of life's constant changes.
This is exactly why practices like meditation were so important. Not as some kind of rigid ritual, but as a really practical method. It's a way to systematically quiet the noise from the senses, still that relentless chatter in the mind, and just allow that deeper presence to be reflected. Think about this metaphor. When your mind is turbulent, like choppy water, it can't reflect anything clearly. But when it becomes perfectly still, like a mirror, it doesn't just show you more thoughts, it reflects the silent awareness that was there the whole time. And all of this leads us to our final idea, really understanding the nature of this stillness already present. And the best word to describe that is equanimity. True peace, from this perspective, isn't the giddy high of a big win, it's equanimity. It's a stable, steady awareness that you can hold on to through all of life's ups and downs, success and failure, praise and criticism, gain and loss. It's this profound inner balance. So let's circle all the way back to where we started.
After looking at it from this ancient perspective, where does inner peace actually come from?
It doesn't come from achievement. It doesn't come from rearranging the entire world outside until it finally lines up with what we want.
It comes from awareness, from recognizing that silent, still center of your being that has been there all along, just beneath the surface of all your thoughts and experiences.
And that really leaves us with one final thought to sit with. If this deep, unwavering peace is already a fundamental part of who we are, then what in the world are we still chasing?